Another thought about hypertrophy is you may have heard that maybe only you should do 6 to 12 reps for hypertrophy. And as I covered before, you can develop hypertrophy no matter what kind of rep range you're doing. When it comes down to it, failure or getting as close to failure as possible is the single biggest contributor to building muscle size. So if you do a perfect set of 12 and you're not near failure versus if you do a perfect set of 6 and you're at or close to failure, that set of 6 is going to be much more hypertrophic. You're going to build much more muscle mass than that set of 12. So volume is not the only indicator of hypertrophy. Like I said, getting to failure or as close to failure as possible is the biggest indicator or the biggest cause of building more muscle mass. And actually, there's a lot of research that suggests that 6 to 8 is actually an ideal range for hypertrophy because, again, you can get that mind-muscle connection. You challenge your body and can get it pretty close to failure. And it's going to be less fatigue, less central fatigue on your nervous system and your muscular system than higher rep ranges because obviously you're performing fewer reps. And also, as I touched upon before, doing lower reps like 1 to 5 does actually produce a very hypertrophic stimulus. However, that drain on your nervous system is so much larger and your required recovery is so much larger that it's not really worth it. So 6 to 8 reps resting about 3 minutes in between each set is right now anyways. I'm sure the data will change in the next 10 or 20 years. But right now, the data is showing that 6 to 8 reps getting to failure, as close to failure as possible, while resting about 2 to 3 minutes between sets is going to be the best way to produce more muscle mass.